Anyway,
I'm really the first one.
On like in person, on video for YouTube, like fulfilling the vision of the podcast. Yes. Welcome back to another installment of the Fire Never Dies podcast. I'm the host, TK Shine. I'm sitting with a legend, man. I'm sitting with a legend. A legend, dog. My big bro. DJ KD, Coach KD. How you introduce yourself, bro?
I really feel like that's how I gotta say it.
Both of them.
You know, everybody knows me as DJ KD for the long shoot since you was still a kid in high school, right?
Right.
And then, because I've been DJing since I was a kid, but I came here to Georgia as DJ KD, right? But now, I evolved into Coach KD, and not just coaching sports. Like, I feel like I could really help coach people through like stuff I've been through.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
And me and you talk a lot about stuff like that, right?
Yeah, especially last summer.
Sure.
We really had some talks. But
that's dope.
Like you exemplify what I would call the 3 E's of success. And one, how would you describe or define success? Like, what would be your definition of success?
To me, success for me is basically fulfilling everything that I want to do and to get it done. Like, you know, accomplishing something.
Right.
My personal goals and my family goals, when I accomplish those, I feel successful.
Right.
You get what I mean? Everybody's definition is different. Yeah.
They get it confused, and it's got to be
like
society.
You could be rich and I still might not feel successful because I didn't accomplish. To me, the accomplishment part is what makes it successful, because it might be I want to get money. Yeah. So that now I'm successful because I got money, right? Not me, I'm talking rhetorically.
No, but it's perfect though. Like, it's a book, I can't remember what his name is. He was a colonel or admiral in the Navy. Make Your Bed. Right. And it's like you can win the day, you can have a successful day just by waking up and making your bed, and then he just goes through and uses a whole bunch of analogies. Yeah, because you accomplish that one thing. Facts. First, even though I don't do it every morning. I don't either, bro. Because I got kids. I don't either. And it's tough. That's like, because trying to chase them, they probably gonna mess the bed up in the process anyway. Exactly. Facts. But yeah, so the 3 E's of success being education, which you are a wealth of knowledge yourself. Execution, which I've watched you execute on just about anything you put your mind to for the past decade and a half, I would say. I appreciate that. And exposure. Right. And that can be from the sense of what we're doing now, the podcast, some video content, to just how you are exposing the kids here at the gym to boxing. I believe exposure leads to expansion. Right. And how you teach here is amazing, bro. Hey, let me take this real quick. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Watch this. Hello. What's up, bro? Yo, I was just gonna tell you the reason I answered the phone. I'm sitting in your barber chair right now, bro. We're doing a podcast. I was just letting you know. And you on film right now, bro. Shout out to Tony the barber. This is a barber chair, and that's why I answered the phone. Oh, that's all good. I'm sitting in his chair. Shout out to Tony. But yeah, let me. So, to get into the gym, get into the gym, bro. What was your vision going forward? And one, yes, y'all see we in the barbershop, but this barbershop is not any ordinary pull up in the parking lot, walk in, we in the barbershop. You almost built a man cave within your home. This is some Rob Dyrdek fantasy factory shit, bro. Like, I'm not playing. Like, you have a sports complex where you train kids and fighters on boxing. There's the Jet Training Academy for basketball. And then now we have uppercuts. Give it to me, bro. Give it to me. Give me the vision. Walk me through it. The vision. And
I mean, a lot of time, man, it came down to, so me and my bro, my business partner, Sergio, right? Aguiano, shout out to Serge.
Don't be mad, bro.
Yeah.
I just knew KD would be easier to catch up to than
Nah, Serge like being low key, but I gotta shout my boy out. Like none of this be possible without my bro Serge. You know what I mean? We both got ideas. We're like yin and yang. I'm the more excited one.
Yeah.
He the more like, yo, you tripping, sit down. Like, you know, I'm always go. He is too. But sometimes when I get ahead of myself, he's the guy who tells me like, yo, like maybe we should just do level 2 and not level 5. Cause sometimes I just like to go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is good, but sometimes I need to be checked. Between Serge, my business partner, and my wife, they're the ones who tell me to chill out.
Yeah, you do need
Shout out
somebody
to
like
my
help
wife
you keep your rhythm on pace, definitely, bro.
It's never solo dolo.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
And then we could get deep into that too. It's none of us. It's just really God. You know what I mean? So, how the gym came about, or what are we talking here? How did everything come about?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. But I know. Like we don't have to. You don't have to go extremely into detail.
Just like
it's something bigger. I want to highlight real quick. I just want to give them an idea of who we really dealing with, man. All right, let's get it.
That's right. So, really, just a long story short, I dreamt up a place like this when I was a kid. You know, we didn't have social media back then. You know, back when maybe I was in elementary school, and I always thought like, I want a place where kids could go to hang out, play video games, play sports, because I was big into sports when I was young. You know, just do everything in a one-stop shop where they could hang out. You know, it's a safe place. I grew up in the Bay, so you know you can't just play everywhere outside.
Right.
And you know, it was just like a safe haven for the youth. And lo and behold, it just came into fruition here at Kingdom Boxing. You know, we linked up with Jet Training. We just, you know, linked up with all these great people from the community. It's been through, you know, we're real small and we grew into this. You know, a lot of people that aren't here and grew into other things, you know, and everyone has contributed to what it is now. If you know, just with lack of a shorter way to put it, it was a collaborative effort between like a bunch of good people in the community. You know what I mean? And so it's like Voltron, bro, like, or the Power Rangers. Everyone had their part, and you just come together. The barbershop was just one of those things I always live by. Is, you know, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
Me and Serge been playing in the barbershop, and I've always loved the art of barbering.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's a cultural thing. And I feel like, you know, the way the barbershops were since I was little, my grandpa used to bring me to a barbershop in Vallejo, California, in downtown Vallejo. It was a boxing barbershop.
Word.
I don't know what it was called. I was little. And I just know the two dudes in there, they had boxing pictures everywhere. And I just remember that in my head, right? So fast forward, I just grew up loving barbering and just respecting everyone I knew in the barbershop that did that and that was in that line of business. And I always told myself, you know, a lot of time you don't announce your ambitions or ideas, but I've always wanted to own a barbershop.
Same, yeah.
Just because it's cool. Like, you know, just like right now, like we sitting in here chilling. And even the vibes is good. Like I come in here and talk to our barbers, Tony and Rashid, all the time, and we just hang out. You know, talk about whatever, their day, how the family's doing, whatever. You know, anything and everything in the barbershop, right?
Yeah.
And so back to what I was saying, stay ready because you don't got to get ready. There was a time me and Serge were planning to open up a barbershop, and it fell through just because we added up the numbers. We're like, dang, this thing isn't gonna be right now. Maybe later, but not right now.
Right.
So fast forward, we still had the plans already of what we wanted to do. The opportunity came across to get all the equipment we needed for a blessing of a price, you feel me? So we met this guy. I seen it on Facebook Market, and he was like, yo, I got everything for sale. What's up? And I was like, hey, don't take it off your page. I want it. Because we were prepared already. Right?
Take
financially,
we need that.
Yeah, we were financially prepared, and we had a plan that we knew we wanted to execute. We just didn't know when. Mm-hmm. So I told him, I was like, straight up, when can you meet? I want the stuff. You know what I mean? I want the boots. I want your chairs, your mirrors, your waiting room, whatever you got. Let's meet. Same day, I went after work, went to meet with the guy. He found out what we were doing. He was like, hey, you putting this in a what? I was like, in a boxing gym. I work with a lot of kids, a lot of youth, a lot of people in the community, adults too. He's like, man, that's crazy. So needless to say, without talking numbers, whatever the price was, mm-hmm. he kicked the price down even more because he wanted to be part of the blessing and be like, yo, just give me this. It's just sitting in the storage anyway.
Right.
I'll be happy. You guys could have it, and I know it's going to go to good use. Fast forward, mm-hmm. my guy who just called me on the phone, and this ain't even scripted.
At all.
Shout out to Tony. He's the one who sold me the stuff.
Oh, word.
But it's crazy because he cuts here now.
Okay.
And the reason being, he loved barbering. You know what I mean? But because of COVID and other things, he chose to, take his businesses and focus to something else.
Right.
But now that we're all opening back up, I acquired the equipment, mm-hmm. and he still wants to be a barber. So guess what? We all linked up, and now he's like family. He's like the big brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man.
And he's, he's just real cool to be around, positive energy, and that's how that happened. Mm-hmm. And now we got Uppercut Barbershop, which only made sense to be in a boxing gym.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love the title.
And I know we're not the only uppercut in the country, but the fact that it's a play on words, but it's a play also on we're in a boxing gym, mm-hmm. It had to be.
You might be getting the cut, see somebody get dropped. You never know.
No, for real. Know. I mean, we got windows looking right into the gym. Y'all need to come visit us, by the way. We're right here in Warner Robins, Georgia. Come holler at me. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so that's how all this came about. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. I tell Sergio a lot, like, I can't believe this is happening. You know what I mean? Because a lot of time, you don't think, you have all these ideas mm-hmm. and everything, but it's really been a good 4 years.
Yeah,
it's hard work. Sometimes I be telling people, I was like, don't think we make this look easy. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of days I don't get that much sleep. Yeah. I got a whole family, got 3 boys, wife, got, we got a whole team. I wouldn't say a staff, we're staff, mm-hmm. but I feel like we're all together, you know what I mean? So we gotta, manage each other and talk and bounce ideas. You with us too.
Oh yeah,
so it's
facts.
Like, it's a lot of moving pieces and parts to my life and to managing this place. And like I said, it's just, me and Sergio always laugh. We're like, man, it's a lot of stuff we don't talk about, but it's a lot of behind the scenes hard work mm-hmm. that goes into why this stuff happens the way it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't see the work. They usually just see the outcome.
Yeah.
And
just think it like happened overnight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, it's all good though. It's wonderful.
It's all happening the way it's supposed to.
Everything
is in alignment. Especially like from my side of it, just being the small assistance that I have been as a coach. One, I love coming in and just being able to see the kids.
Yeah.
Life happens, so I've been away, but at the same time, I'm glad that everything for each and every one of us is falling into place still.
Definitely.
So I love my village people. I know y'all ain't seen me, but I still love y'all. Speaking of the village, community is something that is huge mm-hmm. and necessary. And you guys have been taking care of the community for, this is the third drive?
This is our 3rd book bag drive, yeah. We didn't do one in 2020 because of COVID.
Okay, we had a skip year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did we? I don't know. But yeah, it's our 3rd one.
Was it in 2020?
We did 21.
I remember that, I don't know.
No, we did one 2019. And then the COVID year, 2020.
Okay, yeah.
And then we did 21 and
That's
then
right.
22.
I don't even think they was in school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, You have a book bike drive coming up. Another one.
Yeah, we do.
You got a third one.
Next weekend.
All right.
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
All right, so this is going to drop a week prior to the book bag drive.
Right.
So go ahead and drop the information on it.
For sure.
When can we...
Okay, this is hot off the press. It's doors open 10:30. Mm-hmm. Activities, games, bouncy house, food, just a good time, like a back to school party, DJ.
You don't plan on getting in the bouncy house, do you?
Nah,
okay,
I'm straight.
Cool. Cause your little big ass don't need to be in there like that.
Nah, bro. I've been to a couple trampoline parks in this part of my life, and
it didn't go so well.
Yeah, I can't get down like I used to.
Yeah.
It's bad for my knees. But so all the everything's going down at 11 o'clock. Doors open 10:30. We'll have music playing. We're gonna have just a good time. The end goal is to give away school supplies, backpacks. We got just a whole bunch of school supplies, like a ton. So everybody in the city, pull up on us.
Warner Robins, Macon, Georgia area.
Kingdom Boxing Gym, 112 Constitution Drive, Warner Robins, Georgia. We got 250 backpacks, school supplies, free food, hamburgers, hot dogs, bouncy house. We're gonna play some games, have some prizes, and it's all going down. Like I said, doors open 10:30. We start at 11 with the food and all the activities, and then we'll be done by 1 o'clock. And we're trying to give bags to as many kids as possible while supplies last. We had a bunch last year, so everyone's gonna get one that comes, unless we just get an influx of folks.
Champions.
Because of all this promo we're getting from all the good people.
That's beautiful, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
So we're gonna have everybody here in the barbershop cutting hair.
Get them fresh cuts before y'all go back to school.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the fresh cuts.
Get them lineups.
That's 2 days before school start?
Yeah.
Yeah, so holla at us. Uppercut Barbershop is located inside Kingdom Boxing Gym. Saturday, July 30th. I don't know if I reiterated that enough.
Saturday, July 30th.
From 10:30 to 1 p.m.
Roger that.
Yep, and that's kind of our grand opening for this place too. Mm-hmm. We had a soft opening where, we just started getting to work. Once we got approved by the state and the city, all our inspections were done.
It was go mode.
Yeah, it was go mode. Like why waste time? So our barber, Sheed and Tony got up in here, got to cutting. Mm-hmm. And
are they still looking for it? I see.
What's that?
I see some chairs.
Oh yeah. We got 6 booths, 6 stations. We got 2 barbers. We got a third, 2 in a P. Our third is gonna start August 1st. And we weren't in a rush to fill the stations up.
Right on.
We were trying to do it organic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? People that want to be around this type of environment, the people that love the youth, people that love being around the community, which most barbers, that's what they want to do anywhere else. I don't think they'd be a barber.
Yeah, most barbershops are staples in the community.
For sure.
I can't remember, even barbershops I've been to maybe once or twice, I still remember the experience.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing a beautiful thing, man. We're about to get out of here. But before we go, 3 podcasts. You listen to podcasts, right?
All day.
Okay.
I listen to podcasts probably like watching TV. Like if I have a chance to watch TV, besides watching like Marvel movies with the fam. Right. Like I'm into podcasts.
I'm behind. I need to get back on. I'm so behind on Marvel movies.
My wife and my boys keep me.
Last one I seen was Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you behind.
Yeah, I'm
There's Miss Marvel.
I think
right
I
now.
just told on myself.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get roasted.
Yeah, you probably will. I mean, I'm just starting to be hip to it now because I, for a long time, wasn't watching TV at all.
Yeah,
I was grinding.
Yeah, that's
and that's the type of line of work we're at. Like, if TV right now is not a priority on the list. It's not
a priority. It's a distraction.
Right.
It becomes a distraction.
Right. But it's good quality time if, that's the family.
The family, it's a different priority structure.
Exactly.
Yeah, so fast. Exactly.
But if you solo dolo, watching TV probably ain't.
Yeah, I probably give it an hour just to like run my imagination. Like I watched the old 90s movie the other night. It was hilarious.
What's that?
Assassins with Sylvester Stallone and Antonio Banderas. First of all, Antonio Banderas was a monster in that movie. Absolute monster.
He had his run though, like he had Desperado, like a bunch of stuff.
He did Zorro, didn't he?
Is that the same dude? I think so.
Antonio Banderas, he was Zorro, Spy Kids.
How you say it? Say his name?
Antonio Banderas.
No, you said Antonio Banderas. You said it with an accent.
Antonio I can't even say it now. Antonio Banderas.
Banderas. You didn't,
I don't know.
Just rewind it back.
He was an OG.
Yeah, he's like Van Damme.
Facts. Steven Seagal type. Like
he had his run.
He was the Spy Kid's dad. Like he's the guy, and then Machete was the uncle, so it was like the perfect combination.
Machete is an OG too, whatever his real name is, but the guy.
I think it's Machete.
Is it?
I think so.
Or maybe that's his show name.
I would not be surprised if his mama named him Machete for real.
I'm bad with actor names, but I know who we talking about.
Me too. It's only because of the Spy Kids. I watched it. Okay, I watched it a little bit. Don't tell nobody. I'm really telling on myself. This is what I do when I'm alone, bro. Sometimes I'm podcasting, I'm reading, journaling.
Yeah,
I might watch Spy Kids.
Self-help person.
Yeah. I'm big on resilience and just overcoming adversity. Like,
for sure.
It's the only way that you can even go day by day. So that's why The Fire Never Dies is really what it is. Because to me, but when I first heard it, it was like, oh, this is like, you got to keep going.
It resonated with you.
Yeah, you got to keep going. And I saw it, shout out Jemiah and Rashad. It was something they collabed on. Mm-hmm. And I just happened to see it. And it's tatted across my chest. It's been a model for my life for like, since high school, for real.
What is that called? That's your mantra?
Yeah, it's a law. That's law. It's law.
Like, it's never gonna die. Keep the fire going.
Facts. And the big thing behind it now is it's evolved. It's been around for about 3 years, but the idea has been around since I was a kid, and it's done nothing but evolve. And I'm glad for that because I'm noticing the evolution of it. And so going with it, it's going from The Fire Never Dies, just as a quote to itself, to it's been a clothing brand. It's now a podcast. I'm looking to
the logo, mentorships.
Man. Oh,
it's
yeah.
Tough.
Facts, bro. It looked real good next to this Kingdom hoodie, man.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And I always tell people, like, your logo gets doper as your brand gets more relevant. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm sure Nike's logo looked regular until they were Nike.
Like, a lot of people are like, what is that?
I'm sure even when Converse was killing the game, before Nike was the way they are, the monster they are now, I'm sure people were looking at it like it was just regular. But now it's like, whoa.
Yeah, nice. Same with Adidas. It's just, and it's all simple. So 3 stripes, you got the check.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't see any.
But it's respected because you're super relevant and people know the brand.
The brand's actually, you know, not only is it, well, not all of them, but the hip hop culture is taking it, like, from sports. That's why that's part of why I love being able to get with people, because one, that's how we connected, was hip hop culture.
Yep.
And so
that's a whole different story.
Yeah, man. Listen, we'll
talk about that.
We're gonna come back around. Yeah. We're gonna come back around to that. But before we get out of here, 3 podcasts that you recommend.
For sure. Okay, so I'm more of a watcher than a title person, so help me.
I got you.
Okay. So there's one I watch. I asked you about this earlier. What's the one? Help me out.
Social Proof.
Social Proof.
With David Shands, Donnie Higgins.
Yeah, my guy, David. So
shout out to the morning.
That's the one with the white background, and they have 2 chairs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not like this, but like real simple.
Yeah. Now he's in. He has his own like how you have.
For sure. No, he's huge.
He's
but that's like one of the ones I just stumbled upon it, of course, on YouTube. But I know after I watched the first one, I kept watching them because it's so good.
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh, and my homeboy David Wonk, shout out to Dave. He was one of the guys getting interviewed.
Really?
Yeah, he owns his own beauty company, beauty products.
What was his name?
David Wonk.
David Wonk. Okay.
WONGK. Yeah, but that's my guy. Shout out to Dave. But he's dope, and I've learned a lot from him too. But he was on Social Proof.
Okay.
And I didn't even know he was on there. And I was watching, all of the Social Proof videos. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, you'd be surprised who you find.
Yeah.
He interviewed some interesting people.
And we're so close to the A too, so.
Dave, thank you for the blueprint.
For sure. Yeah, Dave like putting people on for real.
Bro.
You know what I mean? I'm saying Dave like I know him. What's up, Dave?
He make you feel that way.
That's what's up.
He make you feel that way. Facts,
yeah,
for sure.
But I think that's why he's so successful. Also, is because he stays humble and just he's each one teach one.
Yeah.
He put in lacing people's boots. You know what I mean? What's another one? Don't Judge Me. Of course. Let me add a couple in there that it's a no-brainer. Like I always watch. It's like I guess can you call a podcast like even Breakfast Club? Yeah, that's a podcast.
Yeah, like
kinda.
Basically so.
Or are they just videoing their show? Because I watch Breakfast Club and Drink Champs too.
It's a radio show that's not being broadcasted right there. Even though like if you just take the audio, it's still a podcast. Because the podcast is just audio format, and then you record it, you document whatever you got.
So for sure, Drink Champs and Breakfast Club for sure. Yeah. I just watch them because they interview big artists. Yeah. Or big people, period. Yesterday, I just watched Kevin Hart's podcast.
Yeah, I got
Heart to Heart.
I gotta get down that one. That was pretty good because he just interviewed
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's why I watched it. Just because Jay-Z don't be doing interviews like that. So the fact he was on there, I knew it was a big deal, which is a no-brainer. But I know that's more than 3, but that's what I watch because I learned so much from listening to other people's experiences, and that's why I hope too, when people hear me talk, that's why I talk about what I've been through because I hope people learn from it. It ain't to be like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that, but I'm telling you what I made mistakes on, what I learned, and what I should have done instead of what I did do, just to make it better and to capitalize, like all that, my testimony, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I love watching podcasts, bro. And I know I'm gonna get in my truck and be like, damn, I should have said this podcast. But off the top of my head, that's what I know for sure I watch.
That's like when you DJing and after you done.
The music, the song. I should have.
Always one, bro.
Bro, and it makes you mad because you're like.
You get emotional about it. It's like, that would have been the one.
Yeah.
Like you could have had one of the best nights. Like, I still should have played this song.
Yep, that happened. That's crazy you said that. That happens to me every time.
Every time.
Yep.
Anyway, hey, it's been a fresh episode of the Fire Never Dies podcast where no candle loses its flame by lighting another. This man has been pouring oil on the wick of my candle since I was about 17, 18 years old. And brother, I appreciate you for it.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate you letting me on the show, man. Like, it means a lot, for real. And especially, like I said, we'll talk about it, but all the stuff we've been through and just knowing you since you were young, you've came a long way, bro. You know what I mean? That's right.
Miles and running.
That's right.
We
for
out.
Sure.
See ya.